Chris Brown, Holy Blindfold. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show, guys. We have a really good episode for you today. Guys, we got Chris Brown. It's been a goddamn minute since I talked about Chris Brown. I mean, the last time I talked to him was probably way back when we did the T Grizzly song featuring Mariah the Scientist and Chris Brown. Probably the last time I talked about him. I ain't gonna lie, guys, it's been a while, but I mean, you know, he's been dropping some music. He drops...
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Music that, guys, that I would not be able to review on this show. And what do I mean by that? Well, he drops a lot of music that, you know, that honestly I would like to listen to on my free time, but, you know, when I sit down and talk about his music, there's not much to talk about. I'll be real, you know. There's either two things you're going to get with new Chris Brown music. You're either going to get a good song, or you're going to get a song that's just kind of okay at best. You know, there's no in-between, there's no middle, there's no trash. It's always these two categories. You're either going to get a good one or you're just going to get a okay one. You know, I will admit, you know, there's some bad newer Chris Brown songs out there. I mean, you can easily find them. But guys, I mean, generally, all the songs we've covered on this show have just been kind of okay or good. So, you know, no complaints so far, but you know what? Since this is a new song, it's right there on the YouTube release page. I was like, you know what? Hey, let's cover it. You know, I haven't talked about Chris Brown in a while. Let's do it. Holy Blindfold. Let's
switch to Verizon Business and get more from your internet without paying more for your internet. Get LTE Business Internet starting at $39 a month when paired with select business mobile plans. That's unlimited data, and with it, unlimited possibilities. Start saving today with Verizon Business, ranked #1 in small business internet customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Starting price for 25 megabits per second LTE internet plan with smartphone plan savings, plus taxes, fees, and economic adjustment charge. Terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Let's go over it. Let's talk about the instrumental. Now, I do like this production. It's pretty okay. You know, I like all the instruments. I like all the synths, those background, like kind of like violin kind of effects in the back. It's definitely got this kind of, I would say, you know, a more kind of 70s to 80s kind of, you know, R&B vibe with that instrumental, with those drums. These drums kind of feel really alive. I definitely do like that, and honestly, I do like the more kind of laid-back, you know, chiller production. Chris Brown, this man always picks some of the... I'll be real, guys. This man probably picks some of the most obnoxious, overdoing it production I've ever heard in my life. I mean, some songs I'm like, Jesus Christ. There was not need for a beat switch. There was not need for any of this shit. Why the hell are we doing all this for a simple-ass song that's about fucking a girl? I mean, Jesus Christ. So, you know, sometimes Chris Brown could really go overboard. He goes either overboard on the production or goes overboard with his vocals. Which, Jesus Christ. Now, thankfully, this is one of those songs where, you know, Chris Brown's not really relying on that auto-tune. It's kind of relying on his voice, which his voice has always been one of the best, you know, out there that can really sing. And there's definitely some great vocal runs on here. I mean, he's hitting some great vocal runs that R&B artists...
I think you're on mute.
Workday starting to sound the same?
I think you're on mute.
Find something that sounds better for your career on LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Job Collections, you can browse curated collections by relevant industries and benefits, like flex PTO or hybrid workplaces, so you can find the right job for you. Get started at linkedin.com/jobs. Finding where you fit. LinkedIn knows how.
Who said because you can't be the topic of conversation for all the right reasons. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid pairs bold presence with advanced technology and sleek style. It's everything you didn't know you needed in an SUV and then some. Okay, Hyundai. Visit HyundaiUSA.com to learn more.
Today would only dream of hitting. All R&B artists today would dream of be hitting these kind of vocals. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, he is going crazy off these vocal runs. And, you know, I do like the flow of the overall song. I really do like that. I do like the singing on here. My only complaint is the hook. I really like the build-up of that hook, that Holy Blindfold build-up. It's really nice, the vocal runs that he's doing. The build-up to this hook is really good. But it's one of those things where I always have to talk about this, guys. A really strong verse, a really nice, strong build-up, but once that beat drops, it's just kind of a simple-ass hook. And that's definitely my one complaint about this song. If I was going to have a pretty negative complaint about this overall entire song, it's going to be the hook. I would say the hook is a little unfinished. He kind of just does some runs and then, you know, does some, like, ad-libs for the rest of the hook. I wish there was more singing. I really wish. I mean, I don't know why Chris Brown is always holding back with his goddamn vocals. You know, it's either you have to get him on a feature or you have to get him on somebody else's song just for him to go crazy. It's like this man's always holding his voice back for his music. It just makes no goddamn sense. I mean, look. You're Chris Brown. Go goddamn crazy. And he does go crazy a little bit, but it's only a little bit, and that's what I'm saying. I wish he would go all the way with it. You know, it's one of my biggest complaints with the newer R&B songs these days. I mean, you have the vocal ability if you just tried, if you just actually did it. I mean, I feel like some of these artists just hide behind background vocals, and I'm not saying Chris Brown's doing this. This man's actually the exception. He's the exception of the rule. Which is why I'm always so confused when this man relies on so much goddamn autotune. Makes no goddamn sense. But, I mean, let's be real. R&B artists would dream to have this man's vocal range and vocal runs. Because I would say the singing is really goddamn good on here. And I wish the second verse had some more switch-ups. I wish we got some more vocal switch-ups. Maybe some better vocal runs. Maybe some longer vocal runs.
It's summer. Time to enjoy long days, lazy nights, and great food. Because Uber Eats has deals all summer long. So, when hunger strikes, don't sweat it. Delicious deals are just a tap away on Uber Eats. Enjoy all your favorite grocery items delivered straight to you. Get ice cream, soda, and snacks from your favorite stores like Wegmans and CVS and make the most of every moment. Now that sounds like a good summer. Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Runs. I think also the problem too with newer Chris Brown music is this man's always trying to, you know, make sure his songs are short enough for the TikTok audience. And I think that's either going to be a bad thing or a good thing. Now, the good thing is if you're an artist that can, you know, use that 2 minutes to its full extent. You know, that 2 minutes feels like a full song. You know, if you're doing this route, though, if you're going, you know, having a pretty unfinished hook, and then, you know, having a verse that kind of leads to just kind of an okay hook, it's just like, damn, I wish there was a little bit more to this. I wish there was a little bit more to it. That's my only complaint. Holy Blindfold, guys, is honestly one of the better, you know, newer Chris Brown tracks. You know, the singing is definitely more on point. No crazy auto-tune. Production's a lot more laid back. There's a lot more vocal runs. The singing is a lot better on here. But there is definitely some complaints on here. And I'm definitely not going to shy away from that, guys. You know, I think this is honestly one of the better tracks. And if you want to listen to a newer Chris Brown song, hey, this one might be your role. This one might be the thing that you want to play. I mean, it's definitely got that factor to it. But guys, this is definitely one of those tracks that I would definitely just listen to one time, and that's just kind of it. But that's just my opinion. Overall, guys, this is a pretty okay track. I'm just going to kind of give it a 7 out of 10. Guys, 7 out of 10, what y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at. Make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. A lot of music came out, guys. We're dropping new content every single goddamn day. So make sure you check out all the episodes and follow up. And hey, it's Friday, so the 4 a.m. This episode's going to come out like Saturday. I don't know. Either Friday or Saturday night. As y'all know, guys, we're doing a new 4 a.m. segment where we're covering news, hip-hop news, pop news. We're going to be talking about current events. We're going to be talking about gaming. We're going to be doing all that stuff every day at 4 a.m. So that's coming back too. So make sure you wake up to that. And I'll see you later. You have a good one. Bye.